Here we are.
Hey,
Hi,
Arch.
what's happening, Tim?
Arch,
Yes.
I'm in the city here with the
You're
fan
in New
of
York.
the show, the Z-Man.
Z-Man. Hey.
I'm coming from Phillips Auction.
Yeah. Well, you're in New York, is that right?
Anyways, guys, I can't say
Where
on the
is
show.
this?
That's the Z-Man, viewer of the show.
Hi, Pontiff.
Hey, man. Does he super chat? Super
No.
chat,
No.
please. Super chat.
Send the
Super chat or fuck
guys.
off. Super chat or fuck off.
Okay.
Super chat now,
I hear
bikers.
you, Archie. I hear you, Pontiff.
He got the message. Guys, Arch, I was at the Phillips auction. I got some pictures. I just poured some coffee down my back. Anyways,
okay.
I'm going to be home in like an hour.
Okay.
I'm going to join the live stream. I'm going to be a little bit late, okay?
See you then. See you then, Timmy.
But
thank you.
Crazy day.
Okay.
Phillips auction is ridiculous.
Thank you. There we go. We've got Timmy at the Phillips auction. Hello, Snake. How are you?
Hey, Archie. I'm doing good. How you doing today?
Has my ups and downs.
Just another day?
I want to do some things with my son. He just hasn't got the right
It's kind of a constant battle, huh?
Yeah, it's just everything's tough. You know, Mike, everything is hard there. I got to say to you, Snake, this world is a very vicious place. I don't understand something. Can I ask you something? So I went to dinner on Friday, right? With a fan, Snake.
Yeah.
He's 33-year-old and he's just bought a day date 40 mil with diamond baguette dial. $50,000. I mean, I don't know about you, Snake, but at 33 years old, Jesus Christ, I wasn't buying $50,000 Rolex.
Your son just bought this with his own money?
No. This is a fan.
Oh, a fan. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know what to say. 50,000. Is that a lot of money or that's nothing these days? I don't know. You tell me. What is that?
It's nothing really. I mean, I was thinking about it today because, like, I took a left turn in life, and I'm stuck, paycheck to paycheck. My brothers both, did the college and graduated and got into good companies and made their way to the top. They're both CEOs. They're making fucking.
Can they help you? Can they help you?
Well, they don't need to help me. I'm holding my own. But I'm just saying, like they are making, you know, like to them, blowing 50 on a watch wouldn't be an issue. To me, you know, that'd be like saving for a year or 2 years
I
specifically
honestly
for that watch for me to
could
be
not
able to
even
pull that off.
contemplate that. I could not even contemplate that, you know?
No, it's, you know, there's just different levels of existence, and
So in my country, this watch is fucking expensive. You know, Mike the Snake, this watch is not cheap. So he got the baguette diamond dial. I mean, Snake, I don't know where people get this money from. What do they do exactly? How come
man,
$59,000, 60,000? Okay, not 50. Sorry, I apologize. 60 grand, 60,000 Australian, which in American 43 US. Fuck, that's a lot of money.
that is.
You could buy a brand new BMW 3 Series for that in America.
Yep.
That's a lot of money, Mike. How do people just go and buy this shit at I don't understand it. And even plastic. Plastic's the family man, right? Family man, 3 kids. His wife doesn't earn that much. It's mainly him. He's the breadwinner. He's just bought. Let's go and price Plastic's watch up. I'm going to price it up now. So his watch, let's just do it now. Let's configure this baby. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. So it was a Daytona. Let's configure this baby. Okay, so start. So what was, let's have a look at, okay, here it is. That's $50,000. 50,000. So it's Oyster Flex, white gold. Next.
Damn.
Diamond dial. Okay, he got diamond dial. 45,950. Fuck! 46,000 smackaroonies. I mean, chump change just lying in the back of the lounge suite. Pull out the dollar coins.
Hey,
$46,000. I mean, when I have my kids in the middle of high school, $46,000.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. I don't even. Some days I'm lucky to have $46. Some days I'm lucky to have $46 in my account.
Yeah, same here. Around the first of the month, every month.
Ron the Shrink, $5. First super chat of the night. Thank you so much, Ron. It's been a very slow night. Wizard learned how to manipulate space-time continuum just so he could time travel and fight my great-great-grandmother. Truly amazing. Thank you, Ron the Shrink.
He probably got some lotto numbers while he was back there.
I don't know what to say, to be honest with you, Mike. I don't understand this shit. How do people afford this stuff? I mean, the most I've ever spent was $27,500, and I actually sold that watch. The next most expensive was my World Time. That's it. That was after 20 years in the hobby.
Yeah.
How do people just afford to go there and buy a precious, and you couldn't, on the secondary market, this thing's worth thousands of dollars more. I don't know how people do this. Hey, Tim.
Hey, Arch. On the way home, just taking the
hey, that's okay, man. It's going to be an hour on the train, isn't it? Come back to us when you're home. Come back when you're home, Timmy.
Yeah, it's kind of quiet right now. So
I'm just talking. I'm talking about how people can afford to buy these expensive watches. I had a dinner with a guy, 33-year-old. He's got 2 kids. He just bought a $60,000 Australian. That's in American dollars. American, 43,000 US dollars. He just bought that as if it's no big deal.
Oh,
that's a fucking huge deal. What do you think?
Is his name Plastic?
No, Plastic spent 46,000 on a plastic's a bit older. Plastic spent 46,000 on a fucking Daytona. How do people afford this shit? I don't understand it. Super chat. Love the Maldives. £9. Why is Paul Thorpe claiming to be the king of super chats? Who's the what? What happened?
Holy shit! Really?
I didn't know that.
Whoa.
When was that?
I don't know. This
Didn't
is,
hear about
this is
that.
breaking news.
News to me.
But I know that they opened up the super chats on the That Watch Guy London.
The what?
I think they're not doing the watches. They're not selling. You know the remember that live stream that Spencer does? They started taking super chats there. They didn't used to do that before.
Okay. They still got high costs. They'll never break even. I've seen their cost structure. They'll never break even. CB, $20. Let's see if we can jump start the super chats. Come on, punters. Help the pontiff. See you later, Timmy. Mike, how do people afford this shit, man? I don't understand it. Do you understand it? Like, I got to be honest with you. I think to get a Steel Sports Rolex is hard enough.
Well, I mean, there was a time when I was able to, spend like that, but that was many, many eons ago, and things change. So I'm not there now. So I'm wondering the same as you are. I don't know I don't know what I can do or create or make or start up that's going to generate that kind of cheddar to get the type of champagne taste items that I want. I don't have the answer.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I think maybe this hobby is just too expensive. Now, Air used the term showcasing. Showcase. What is a showcase? Showcasing. That's kind of like flexing, is it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, showcasing to me would be like at his restaurant, having his whole watch collection in glass as you walk in, as you're waiting in line for his restaurant. His whole watch collection is there under glass for you to observe before you go in to eat. Or you entertained a lot, and so you had everything like in a showcase kind of display fashion. That's what showcasing to me would be as far as the definition goes.
Yeah.
Showcasing would be like setting things up for people to look at.
Here we go. Another word for showcasing: displaying, exhibiting, revealing, flashing, showing, exposing, flaunting, presenting. Flaunting. That's it.
Yeah.
Flaunting. That's the word.
Flaunting. It's exactly what I just basically described.
I don't know what to say, guys. Are you sick? I mean, I think realistically, how many, watch collections are getting bigger. People are getting more stuff. How much is enough? What's enough, Mike?
I
think you've got an amazing collection. Maybe you got enough. Maybe you've got enough. Maybe
I've got enough right now for me.
How many do you need? How many do you really need? Can I ask you that? What do you really need?
Really, just a one and done. I mean, I think anybody, if it really comes down to it, just a solid one and done will take care of most people. But if you see, you got to take into consideration your loves and your likes and your passions, right? Like I'm passionate about watches. I'm passionate about cars, and I'm passionate about model airplanes and model cars and full scale airplanes and World War II airplanes. And I mean, I'm passionate about.
By the way,
shit.
did you know Tom Cruise owns a P-51?
I did not know that.
Apparently, that's his own P-51 in the movie.
Ooh, that just bumped
him up. What's a P-51 worth? What's a P-51 worth?
I believe probably a couple million.
That's what I thought. A couple $1 million. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not like ultra expensive, but they're
a couple $1 million is not what I'd call it cheap.
Well, they're not 20 million like a small Learjet or something, But yeah, a couple million, and yeah. But man, to be able to upkeep one of those, you got to have so much more money. It's like horses, Yeah, okay, you can own a couple horses, but then you got to pay somebody to train them and to run them around every day and to feed them, and you got to ride them, and you got to take them places and go riding them, and you got to own a trailer and a truck, to tow the trailer around. And it just, it's like it goes on and on and on, and a P-51 is kind of the same kind of deal. It's not just like you own the plane and the hangar. Like I owned a plane and a hangar, and all I had to do was show up with 4 5-gallon tanks of gasoline and load it up, and get the thing checked every year, and take my lessons, and it was pretty much maintenance free, kind of, but like buying a Toyota almost, But a P-51 is a vintage, high performance plane that needs, super high maintenance by super specialists, and so you got to have like way beyond money to be able to just be able to buy the plane.
Got some super chats coming in. Thank you so much, guys. We've got Ken Fresno, $2. Mike, have you checked the Ducati valve lash?
The valves were checked recently before I bought the bike. Yeah.
Jeff 28, $2. His P-51 was called Kiss Me Kate.
Kiss Me Kate?
Huh.
I think that's a famous plane.
And
I've got
love Maldives, £1, 80. Mike, do you love Diego more than Archie?
Well, Diego and I have our special little thing going on, but I love Archie. Archie's my pontiff. He's the
so that P-51. What brand of aircraft is a P-51? That's a
North American.
North American.
And they started out with the Allison engine, American Allison engine, and they
P-51 price. Let's look at the price. Let's look at the pricing.
They vastly underperformed at first.
How much does a P-51 cost? Roughly 3.3 million to 3.9 million euros.
Oh, so that's like 6 million, $5.5 million dollars.
It's a World War II plane.
Yeah. It's pretty much the hot doggingest World War II plane you can buy. Although
were they better than a Mustang? Or it is a Mustang.
They are a Mustang, but
it is a Mustang.
Yeah. There are a few leftover German, Me-109s and Focke-Wulfs, and a couple of Russian Yaks, all of which are comparable in performance, that still exist, but they are far and few between.
Hey, Dis, how are you?
Okay. How are you, Arch?
Hey, it's not too late, is it?
No, I'm in bed. I can't fall asleep, so I wanted to talk with you guys.
Yeah, what's going on?
Just another day of unemployment,
What do you do in unemployment?
Oh, I sleep a lot because I'm depressed, so I spend a lot of time in bed.
But don't you think you could do so many things? You could do reading. You like watches. You could go on websites, have a look around. No?
Yeah. I watch YouTube mainly.
Yeah. I don't know what to say, man. I just thought you would have had a great time this is great time to enjoy, relax a bit, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm relaxing, I also allow myself to stay up late and go on the streams and talk with you guys, it makes me feel better.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I know the interaction between people has helped me out a lot, because I went for a really long time with no interaction with anybody. But Lily, I can only.
Here we go. I got another super chat. Got another super chat here. Let me grab this one. Nator Pritz, 55 knock. Buy less shit like Birkins and suitcases. Control spending. You'd have 50,000 too. Running a luxury watch channel makes you compare yourself to top earners. Good point.
Yeah.
And we've got Alex McGregor, $2. Got sub date, no history, no weight. Market is doomed. Well, I don't know about that, Alex. I don't know about that. And Jeff, 28, $2. Archie, have you ever seen the blue angels fly? No, I haven't. I'm in Australia. We don't tend to have as much as you guys in America.
Do they have
Here's a plane for sale. $4.5 million. Look at this. That's a beautiful plane. Vintage fighter is what they call original condition and comes with incredible. The most famous fighter of World War II, the P-51 Mustang. And are they hard to fly, Snake?
What's that?
Are they hard to fly? Are these sort of aircraft hard to fly, or are they easy, or what are they like?
They take a very experienced pilot to fly because they take off and land at really high speeds. So,
why do they take off and land at? Why do they take off and land at high speeds?
Because they're very, very high performance, and they have high wing loading, which means at speed they fly very fast and have great performance.
Concorde took off at higher speeds too.
They don't slow down that well. So
Concorde took off at high speeds too. You know.
Yeah, but that's a big, long, 5,000 foot long thing that kind of is so straight. Plus, it's a tail dragger. Any tail dragger, you take anything with the two wheels up front and the wheel in the back and push it, the back wheel's going to want to swap ends and be the front wheel. Okay, that's how airplanes are too. Tail draggers, you really have to control the tail once you're on the ground landing, or you can ground loop. They call it. They spin out. It's very difficult.
Hello, Diego. How are you?
Good. You guys are killing me here. P-51 is extremely hard to fly.
Sorry, Thomas G, €2. Why don't you take antidepressants like Bruton? Who's Bruton?
It's an antidepressant. I take antidepressants, just not this one specific one, but I do take them. They help me to a certain degree.
What do you think of the plane, Diego? Is that a cool plane? A P-51 Mustang?
Hold on, let me look at it. That one looks like it needs a paint job for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I like Tom Cruise's, don't you?
It's a D model. It's got the bubble canopy. So.
Arch, those are so hard to fly in the takeoff and landing regime because they have so much torque, and it's a tail wheel. So when you get the tail wheel off the ground on takeoff, you're changing the moment of the aircraft, they call it, and all that torque.
So these are harder to fly than a Cessna, aren't they?
Oh yeah,
extremely,
way harder.
That's a huge engine spinning in one direction, Archie. It wants to turn you, so you got to have almost full rudder. Rudder when you're taking off. When you get that tail wheel off the ground, there's been a lot of people that have crashed.
Yep. Corsairs. If you look at them taking off from aircraft carriers, you watch some old footage. They take off a full right rudder, just full right rudder, as much right rudder as they can put to them.
A better option if you want to buy a plane, Archie, if we're going that direction, look up a T-28.
I'm just looking at Tom Cruise's. This is Tom Cruise's plane. It's a very cool plane. What do you think?
Yeah,
T-28.
Those are cool.
I'd
rather have something else. So
F8F.
You'd rather have a T-28. Is that what you're saying?
A T-28, yeah. So it's a tri-gear. It's got essentially the same engine as a B-17.
Yep.
So it's easier. I've flown this plane. It's easier to take off and land because you got your two mains and the nose gear.
Yep, lands, take off some lands normally, slows down way better.
Yeah.
Much easier to fly.
Same of a Trojan.
Just slightly lower
Trojan.
performance.
Yep, that's it.
Just slightly less performance than the P-51.
Yeah, very
same
much less
experience.
performance.
So these are sort of a later aircraft, aren't they? They're like 10 years later, aren't they, or what?
Yeah, they flew these in Vietnam, and they used them as trainers for naval aviators for quite a while.
But
Well,
they're
are these a lot easier?
for...
Are these easier than a Cessna to fly, or a Cessna would be the easiest plane?
Cessna.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it just depends.
Tell me this.
I'd rather
a
fly
Cessna.
this.
I know nothing about flying, right? How long would it be before I could start flying a Cessna?
You could you can go to your local airport, pay $100, say I want to take a discovery flight. The guy will let you do the startup. He'll let you do all the run-ups. He'll probably do the takeoff for you, and as soon as you guys are airborne, he's going to say it's your aircraft, and you'll be
flying on the first lesson.
Yeah,
they're easy to fly.
Yeah. So the problem is if you're coming in to do your first landing and you've got like 15 knots of crosswind, you're not going to know what to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you either crab it or you slip it in.
Yeah.
It's
crab it. What does crab it mean?
You kind of come in.
If you've got
cockeyed, you come in.
Yeah.
Like
if you've got a wind coming, from your right direction, Arch, you hit. You get your rudders that your nose is into the wind. So you're actually going to be looking out your left window if it's bad enough as you're flying towards the runway. So if you've ever seen airliners coming into major airports, they almost look like they're coming in sideways.
Yeah.
That's crabbing. And then you can also do it where you use rudder and then aileron, and you keep that nose right at the center of the runway, except now you're I think your y-axis, you're kind of rolled
CB,
one wing
$10.
low.
Plane talk brings in some money.
Yeah, there you go.
Brings in
$10.
same money than car. Sorry, plane talk brings in same money than car talk as car talk. Yes, thank you indeed. There, planes are cooler. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Diego. I want to ask you this. You're a young man who recently bought a solid gold Rolex, right?
Right.
You bought a Daytona two-tone, didn't you?
No.
Sorry, solid gold. Rose gold chocolate dial.
No.
You bought a Patek.
You bought the Patek. I thought you also didn't you? Okay. What do you think? Is that a lot of money for a young man like you to come up with? Or that's nothing? No big deal.
No, it was a big deal, but I've been saving for probably 8 years. Every paycheck I get, I put some aside. And it never was for watches. It was only recently, that I started buying watches seriously that I thought, okay, I can start buying some things. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I got to tell you, man. How are you been, Diego? Are you okay?
Yeah, I've been spending more time.
Do you ever get depressed? Or how would you get depressed when you've got a Patek?
No, I think during school I got a little bit because the workload and the remoteness of where I was. But no, I'm fine.
Your watch that you got is Aquanaut?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I called it an Aqua Timer. Sorry.
I got to be honest with you.
Sorry, at the gym. No, I mean it.
Jeff, 28, $5. Archie, bring up GBR2. That's a hard plane.
Oh,
fly.
It's probably one of the hardest planes to fly ever designed.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Why is it so fucking hard then? Why?
Pull up a picture of it.
GBR2.
No, Yeah, the one on the far left. With the
Oh,
red.
I love these things. I love them. Why? They got a huge, massive engine, aren't they?
Yeah, massive engine. There's super short tail moment. You know, they'll
What
spin out
year are
in a
these?
heartbeat.
What year are these?
I think it's in the 30s.
1930s?
Yeah, this is back when air racing was really big, and they used to have really big giant air races, and the GB.
What sort of engine? That's like a 16-cylinder or something, or what's in them?
I think they ran like an 18-cylinder radial engine in them, probably something to that effect.
So
Not
basically,
sure.
it's just an engine with some wings. It's just an engine and wings, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a good way to describe the GB. Yeah.
So why are they so hard to control? Tell me that.
See how close the back wheel is to the front wheels?
Yes.
Okay, that distance there makes that very difficult on the ground. The more distance you have between those wheels, the more stable the thing's going to be on the ground. When those wheels get closer together, it's like it just gets more and more squirrely. And
Showcase watches, £1.80. I don't know. USS Concrete was an aircraft carrier. So how hard are these to fly, Diego?
I would imagine pretty difficult. Like, again, just a lot of torque.
yeah,
And you understand what torque is, right?
Yes.
Once you're in the air and crew's zipping along, they all fly kind of somewhat the same, you know, like once you've got your airspeed up and
so these are a bitch
cruising,
to land.
Yeah.
And a plane like
come
this
in
with
hot.
such.
I don't even think the GB had flaps.
Every power change you have to retrim the aircraft for roll.
Here, Valley Bear Putin, $2. More fake. Diego's 5164 or Mike's plain knowledge.
I'll sell it to you.
And Herman Ingram, $2. Please discuss a subject Mike knows nothing about. And Ron the Shrink, $5. I'd rather burn to death in a non-existent Pantera than listen to more plane talk.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
let me ask you
with
guys
that,
this.
gentlemen, I will see you later.
No, Diego, don't go. Oh, he's gone.
And a couple more of those comments, and I'm gonna drop out too. I'm just, I'm not taking it anymore. It's getting old.
That's okay. Diego, this. What's happening with you, man? What happened? Why did you lose the other job? Please tell me this.
Well, I was smoking weed all the time, including on your show.
Yeah.
I was staying up late. I was on your streams. I'm not blaming you, but I came to the walk and, I fell asleep and I fucked up and I did mistakes. So they said no more.
Have you spoken to them since then or not?
Well, no. I mean, no, I didn't speak to them. It's done. It's over.
Do you still go there for friendly, just to have a chat, Friday drinks? Say, I'll just come down and say hello to you guys.
Nah, I mean, we parted on with good feelings, but it's a 30-minute commute with a car. So I don't have a car anymore, so I can't travel there, to be honest.
What do you want to do with your life? You're a young man. You're in the prime. How old are you now?
I'm 36.
Okay, you're in the prime. What do you want to do with yourself? Tell me that. What do you want? Don't worry about what other people want. What do you want?
Well, I want stability. I want to have a job which I like.
What sort of work do you do? Tell me, what do you do?
Well, I worked in online content managing, which is like taking care of content for websites. So
sure.
That's what I wanted to do. I was also creating content, and that's what I would like to do. But I might have to switch my career because I'm having trouble finding a job in that department.
Do you think you could possibly find something else? What would you do? What else would you do? Would you do
Well,
you work in the would you do desktop support? You know, desktop support?
if it comes to shop, yeah. I mean, I don't really like the jobs where you have to sit down with headphones and help people. Not that I don't like helping people, but I'm more of
I know. I don't like
Yeah.
jobs like that either. I hated them.
Arch, I'll be
Yeah.
right back.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fine, man. You don't say that in the interview, but you understand, don't you? You say you love helping people. You know that bullshit.
Yeah, for sure.
Tell me this.
Mm-hmm.
You're a nice guy.
Thank you.
How is the dating front going? Any good girls? Anything like that? You were looking for love a while ago. Has that changed, or you put that on the back burner? What's happened there?
Yeah, I've put it on the back burner. I was looking for love, but to be honest, Archie,
Oh, here we go.
I'm not.
Vladimir Bear Putin, $2. Don't be upset, Mike. Go drive your fake Pantera. And insider information, $2. Mike, do not threaten us. Just go if you have to. And yeah, okay. Tell me this. Seriously,
Yeah.
what do you see the future is for you? Do you have hope? How do you feel about the hope and the future?
Well,
See, I
to
could
be
tell you
honest,
some
yeah,
I could tell you many things you could do, but I don't know if you want to listen to me.
of
Why
course
don't
I do.
you Okay. If I had with your skills, right? So you're quite computer savvy, right?
Yeah, I can say that.
Let me tell you what you could always this is not going to make big money, but you could make a little bit of money. Do you want me to tell you some ideas? Why don't you start a little business, right? You help people, especially elderly people, with their computer problems.
Mm-hmm.
And you charge, I would say to you, right? You've got to charge, you say, look, I charge a certain amount of, charge an hourly rate, irrespective
Mm-hmm.
of how long it takes, you charge the same hourly rate. So, okay, you just charge on time. Now, I would say personally, okay, I can tell you
Mm-hmm.
this now, right? Because the moment you're earning nothing, right?
Yeah,
I'd
nothing.
charge 60 shekels an hour.
Mm-hmm.
It's 60 shekels an hour. I'll help you with your computer problems. What problems do you have? See, in my country, even if you're a pensioner, you need to sign up. Here's
Mm-hmm.
Tim. What's happening to Tim? Hey, Tim, you almost home?
Hey, I'm slowly making my way. I heard that you're giving great advice to this. I used to do that.
Yeah, no, that's
elderly
okay.
people with computers.
Just hang on there. GB, $2. Dis, you sound great. Keep up the good work, man. Yeah, he does sound good. Let me just say this to you, Dis. I would do computer help for old people. You know, like even if you're on the pension, you've got to fill out an app. You've got to fill out your hours you worked and shit like that. People need help. And if you charge 60 shekels an hour,
Mm-hmm.
you could have a little business. And what you do is you get a business card, you get some flyers done, and you do some letterbox drops in old area around you. So you just walk to the jobs. A mobile
Mm-hmm.
phone, a laptop, and you're in business. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like people need
Okay.
help. They need help, right? You don't need to sell computers or anything like that. You say, look, all I do is I charge an hourly rate to help you with your computer problems.
Yeah.
60 shekels an hour.
Mm-hmm.
No?
Well, I mean, it's a good idea, but I'm the type of person who needs to be employed. I don't want to be a business owner myself.
Well, all you do
see?
is you charge 60 shekels. You have an invoice book and you say, right, what computer problem have you got? Oh, how do I upgrade this? How do I update this? That's all you do.
Mhm.
That's it.
How can we upgrade this? Correct this.
It's just a simple thing. I mean, at the moment.
Super chat.
Here we go. We've got a super chat in. Let's have a look here. What do we got? Which one we got? Vladimir Putin. Here we go. Tim Wright, bring the train to this train wreck. All I'm saying is there's opportunities. You could do things yourself. You could do small jobs for people elderly, you know? Tim used to do computer repairs for elderly. They need help with this. And all you do is you
I used to do that last week. I retired last week, but until then I used to do that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, 60 shekels an hour. If you get 4 or 5 jobs, you it's going to help you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And as soon as you get a job, you can put that as your resume. You're doing some computer. Man, there's good leads. You know what I mean?
By the way, all right. You know what I used to do? I used to get repeat business by. So, for example, would come in to fix the computer, and then say, "Hey, by the way, if you need help filling out a credit card, or if you need help with one of those programs, installing the app, so you have this. You need a list of things that you can do." And that way, while you're doing one job, you tell them like 10 more jobs that you can do. And I used to have a lot of clients.
And you can also say to them, Bill, if they need someone to help them pay the bills. Like, I'll tell you another thing.
You give them your card and you tell them if they have friends, because usually they have friends. So if you did a good work, they will be talking to their friends because they will go to an elderly center later that week, and they will be talking to their friends, and they'll give your number to their friends. So you can basically, if you can find 5 people, you can basically turn 5 people into 25 people.
Okay, yeah.
And this, all you need is that you don't even need to register a business name. You just say, you use your name, Dis Horrendous.
Oh, it's tax free.
Computer, just have a business card with your cell phone number on it. Computer help, tutoring, da. Another good business, let me tell you another business, Dis, is helping people do things like, say they need to go to the shop or pay bills, or you can run errands. You can do all these little things with elderly people. Maybe you don't have a car now, so that's a bit of a hindrance. But I do the computer shit. Computer shit, man. And you can do 3 days a week on the ArchieLuxury Horological Dungeon. Man, you're laughing. I'm paying you 60 shekels an hour. 60 shekels an hour to do some streaming for me. Do a few computer jobs, and it gets you out. You're helping people. And, you know, the other thing is this. Some of these elderly people, they got really hot daughters. They'll try and set you up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Actually, Arch, true story.
Yes.
If I wasn't married, basically one of these clients, he was gonna set me up her hot physician daughter. She's a physician and she was hot, and she was single. And
fuck, what nationality was she?
I could have had that, but I was already with the.
What nationality?
Huh?
What nationality?
She was Russian.
Okay, physician.
Holy so
fuck!
Cute, like tiny. Yeah, and exactly, because she was so shy. You know, a lot of these physicians, a lot of these doctors, because they spend their whole life studying, they're really shy. They can't get anyone. So they're all looking for a hookup. You know, and I was like, oh my god, this movement, easy. I could have had that, but. Unfortunately, I'm serious. This is a great gig.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
A lot of them. They have a lot of.
I'll consider it.
You can go to adult daycare center and you can actually get the leads there. You can get the leads. You know, it's so easy. You just walk in. It's like you'll be like a fox in a chicken hen. Old chicken, but still good.
Yeah.
This is great.
I got to tell you this. It's a absolute. This is the way that things happen, Dis. You got to remember this. It's amazing. You've got many talents and skills. You've just got to utilize the talents and skills you have.
I've been uplifted a number of times just going to church with my friend, even though I don't go to church regularly, but he does. And I've gone with him just to tag along, and it's uplifting. You know, everybody there's positive.
Dis, get and do your own little computer business. You just do it. And just charge 60 shekels, maybe 70 shekels. I don't know, whatever you think is you want to charge. And you could just do some simple you're a talented man. It's wasted to stay home and moping. That's not going to solve the problem.
Yeah, of course not.
And why won't you come onto my horology dungeon? I get you to do 3 streams.
You know how I
week.
was charging? You know how I was charging money?
How much were you?
I was charging based on when I walked into the apartment. Okay? When I walk in, if it's nice, it would be like, you know, sometimes it would charge like $100, and they were like, "It's no problem," because there's a lot of wealth. There's some dude, Arch. I had this grandma. She would only wear Gucci and Burberry, right? So she was loaded for her, and she was like a doctor, right? So for her, when I said, "Oh, it's gonna be $100," she's like, "Oh, that's it?" I was like, "Oh, fuck." I knew it was only. I was there for like half hour. It's like. She said, I knew I fucked up. But she was like addicted to credit cards. I had to help her because she basically every single, you don't understand. This was like, she had some kind of psychological disorder. She was basically spending $10,000 on her credit card every month, buying stuff from a TV, from advertising.
Yeah.
And her card was blocked, and I had to help her unblock it. And I was telling her, "Hey, are you sure you don't want me to block this? I mean, it just seemed like you're wasting money." But
what did she say?
She didn't see it that way. Man, Arch. She was a doctor. She basically every month. So I saw, because I was fixing the credit card, and I saw her banking, and she was getting pension. Like 10 to 12,000, and she was spending all that money every month on just useless junk. I felt really bad. It was really sad situation. I know, right? Can you imagine $10,000 going?
Does that really chit you off when you could have gone out with the doctor and you had roommate, or what?
Oh yeah. It really.
Have you told roommate that story?
It wasn't this same lady. It was a different lady. The lady who's physician, it was a completely different person. But this lady was just blowing money. I'm actually going past her house right now.
Wow.
She used to live like in one of these homes right here. It's just really
What happened to her husband? You know? What happened to her husband?
He's dead long ago.
Will you still do jobs for her if she texted you or rang you?
Yeah. That's the only one. But man, she has this dog that urinates everywhere, and he eats my pants. So what happened was, I would walk in, and he would I had the jeans, right, and he would nibble on my jeans, and they were Levi's, but I was like, man, look, he ruined my jeans, and she said, no, don't worry about it. I'll buy you another pant. So she gave me that day. She gave me like 400. She's like, because she thought jeans are 300. She doesn't give a fuck. I mean, I got myself a good pair of jeans that day. But anyways, I'm just saying, it just really. I'm not gonna call her. She calls me. I probably should call her, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I should call her up, say, "Hey, Maya, do you need any help?" But fuck, I don't know. I'm shy. You know what I mean?
What do you mean by that?
No, like I don't wanna call and bother her. You know what I mean? For work, like, does she need help with anything?
Why not? That's called customer service. That's called service. People love that shit. Ring her up and say, "Hey, how's things going? I'm just checking. You're okay."
Oh no, I'm talking. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Why don't you just ask her that? Say to her, "Hey."
I probably should. I was just a little busy lately, but it's a good point. You're making a good point. I just thought about it because I was going past her house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna call her. Yeah, this is great. I'm telling you, this gig is really great gig. This
Yeah.
helping elderly people. It's great business, you know. And I'm saying like don't put the price. Don't put the price on the business card because sometimes there's some really poor people, so you want to do work for cheaper for them. But when there's like rich people, you want to charge them a little bit more. So you have to, to help the people at the end of the day, you know. So it's like,
Yeah.
It's very fulfilling.
mm.
It'll make you happy helping old people.
Here we go. Maldives, $1.80. Tim, not allowed to wear Adidas socks with Nikes.
That's unbelievable. I mean, what a keen observer. Nothing gets past this guy. Can you believe it? He saw I was wearing Adidas and Nike, and it's ridiculous. What a man. Maldives so quick, so quick. This. Get this gig.
I'll look into it, man.
I'm telling you. It's so cool. I had fun,
Yeah.
I had fun. I had a lot of fun doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you make a lot of money? How much did you make a week out of it? Or wasn't much money? Or you did it part-time?
Yeah, I was doing it part-time,
See, the thing is, for this, what did you do? You had a business card and you just said, hey, I do computer help.
Oh, I didn't even have a business card. It was all word of mouth. I just told a couple of people, and then from there it kind of exploded. I still have people calling me, but I just tell them to fuck off now. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it anymore because it's far. I don't want to. When I used to work, because all my clients are in that area where my parents' business is, because that's where I kind of built it up. So after work,
is that expensive to live there, that area?
No, it's really cheap because it used to be like a ghetto. It used to be. It used to be a really poor area, but now it's getting better.
It's getting better. Maldives. We did this one. Tim not allowed to wear 2 Adidas socks with Nikes.
I'm sorry.
So
I don't know how that even happened. Yeah.
This, you could just do this business, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great gig.
You don't have to do it forever. It's just whilst you're between jobs. And the thing is, once you've got doing a job, when you apply for things, they say, oh, he's hardworking. You just say, look, I'm just between jobs at the moment, and I'm doing a bit of work like this just to survive. You just be honest. People say, wow, he's not lazy, staying at home and moping. He's getting off his ass and doing something. It'll help you, Dis.
Yeah, that's good advice, man. Yeah.
I mean, everybody needs, look, my dad, he needs computer help all the time. He is fucking hope. My dad is hopeless.
I used to do?
What's that?
Buy stuff for people from like Amazon, because like whenever you're there, sometimes I would be like fixing computer and I would ask, do you need to order anything from Amazon? Because a lot of these people, they don't know how to order stuff online, and that way, and because I have the Amazon. Yeah, exactly. And you can charge them a little bit more. Like you order something from people for $13, but you charge 15. You always round it up. So it's like everything ends up. That's how I was able to put crazy spend on my credit card. See, Arch, this is why I was buying so much shit. The problem was I got addicted myself to Amazon because I was buying stuff for other people.
There's good stuff there. I love Amazon, don't you?
Yeah.
BK, $2. Tim, what glasses are you wearing? They're Oliver's people.
Yes, it's Oliver's people. They're really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, they are cool.
That's why I had so many credit cards, and I got so many points because I would walk in to help with the computer, and then I would put $100 on my credit card. So I would charge, but the end of that I'm done. I would put $100 on my credit card, and charge them $50. I would get points. I would get all the credit card benefits basically for free. It's a great gig. You don't.
What do you think, Dis?
What?
It's a great gig for you.
Like,
well, I need to think about it.
but you have to do it the way I'm saying. It's all about the multipliers. You know, you have to be clever. Like lowering, like for example, United States, you got these. Internet and TV. You can lower the bill, right? So you just make a simple phone call. You fucking threaten those bastards, saying, "Hey, I'm disconnecting. I want to disconnect. I'm son of so and so, and she's paying $100 per month. I want to disconnect. I'm changing a company." And they start freaking out, and they say, "Okay, sorry, okay, we're gonna lower it. We'll make it 60 a month, right?" And then you charge. Then I used to charge basically whatever I discounted plus, like $20 for coming out for making the phone call, and then I would double dip, like, hey, do you want to order from Amazon while I'm here? So it was great. And there's so many things. There's so many things that old people need to get done. It's great. It's a great gig. I wasn't doing it. Yeah. No, it's a full-time business. Because see, you're thinking you're closed-minded. You're just thinking about fixing computers. But there's so much shit that you could do. Man, I actually, like, if my YouTube blew up, I would start doing that shit again.
Yeah.
Great. You know how many points I have on my Amex? I have 1 million points. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I racked up so many points. I'm gonna do some stuff with that soon.
Whereabouts? This is in Brooklyn now. You're in Brooklyn?
Yep. This is Brooklyn. This is it. This is.
So is Brooklyn? This is middle class, working class, or what is this? What class is this?
Yeah. This is like working class.
It's working class.
Yeah.
It's not middle.
Great. Kind of. Well, the apartments, like, like a rent in one of these apartments is 1,800. Expensive,
Oh, that's not expensive. How much? What's that for? One room? Or what's that? A 1 LDK? What is it?
Like 1 bedroom, yeah, like 1 bedroom. But there's homes here, so like a home, like right there, like we walk off Main Street here. Just real quick, let me show you. They got some.
And it snows here in winter.
Oh yeah. It snows real bad. So it all gets covered up. It sucks. I see, like one of these homes is about $2 million. But you can see.
Oh.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah, that's $2 million.
Yeah, it's like $2 million. Yeah, but they're really long. You see how they're really long? There's a garage at the end. Know how you like garages, Arch?
Yeah, I do.
They look like that. Look at this house. It looks decrepit as shit. But look, there's a Mercedes in the driveway, and that's Toyota.
Oh, that's it. That's like a $2 million house.
Yeah. See, look, the Mercedes. This is. It doesn't look like much. But you can rent out. You can rent out sections of it and stuff. Look at this house. Right? That's a cool house. That's probably 1.5 million. Look, they got a little bit of a backyard. Got a parking in the back. They're probably charging $100. So a lot of these people, you know what they do? They'll charge $100, $100 to $150 a month for someone else to park their cars in the back. See, like this guy. No, like a month. You see, like you know what he did? Oh, see, they turned this house into four apartment buildings. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 electricity, right?
Oh, I
see.
see.
They got
Maldives, £1.80. Arch, Tim hit 6,000 subscribers today. Well done.
Yes. Thank you, Maldives.
Well done.
Hey, Archie.
Yeah.
So, I've got to go.
Okay, Mike, we love you.
I'll check back in a little later.
We love
if I
you,
get
Mike.
a chance.
We love you,
Bye,
Mikey.
Mikey.
Love you too, man.
Mikey, be careful.
So this area here, this is Oh, nice set BMW. Look at this.
Yeah.
This area here in Brooklyn. This is more residential than office, isn't it?
Oh yeah, no, this is like homes. Right? It's all homes.
There's no commercial. Very little commercial.
Very little. So it would be. So it will be. It's going to be a while until there's going to be another commercial area. So that where I stopped off, that was a bit of a commercial area, just a tiny little commercial area. But now, it's it's going to be a long time until there's going to be another commercial area
So
from here.
this is where you live. This is your neighborhood. This is your neighborhood.
Yeah.
And you came here as a kid?
Yeah.
And how did you find it coming from Ukraine to here? Was it amazing or what?
No, I thought, what the fuck? I thought, what the fuck? This is not what America looks like in the movies. Because in the movies it's all
Beverly Hills 90210.
Yeah, or cul-de-sacs. It's all cul-de-sacs. There's no fucking cul-de-sacs here. What the fuck is this? This looks like kind of a little bit like Ukraine, like certain sections of Ukraine, but it's cool. Oh, there's a pool here that I used to work at in the summer.
To work at? Is that right?
I'll show you.
Yeah, give us a look.
This was.
So how old were you when you came to America?
I was 13.
Okay.
Yeah. And when I was.
Were you glad to come?
Yeah. It's cool. I like it. It's a great little area, Great.
Herman Ingram, $2. You will not like Brooklyn, Dad.
By the way, Herman wants to send you to a certain place in Brooklyn. We're gonna go somewhere. So this is the building. And their pool is over here. So what happens? This management company, they have a whole bunch of buildings with pools, and they hire lifeguards for the summer, and they transferred me. They transferred me to this location because one of the lifeguards get really drunk, and they had to fire him. So, but yeah, you can see it's done. The pool season.
And is it busy there in summer?
Yeah, it's pretty busy. I guess.
How many people are there? Any good girls? Hot girls?
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. There's a lot.
You didn't try and pick up there?
No, not really. There's a lot more old men. Than hot girls. Yeah, unfortunately. One guy tried, and then he was fired because the parents complained.
What did he try to do? He tried to ask a girl out.
Yeah. He tried to ask her out, and then they went to the movies, and then he just wouldn't. He just started stalking her. And I
was
told
she
him,
hot?
Yeah, she was pretty hot. Yeah, but he turned into a stalker suddenly. Like what the fuck? And then when he was fired, he'll be standing across the street from the pool like whole day, like just standing wait. I don't know, just being fucking weird. Who does that? Yeah, man.
Was
the guy just. No. I mean, it was the first time I ever worked with this guy. He just completely lost his mind. Yeah, he lost it. I saw a guy completely lose his mind. Like they had to call the police to tell him stop standing on the other side of the sidewalk because it's creepy as shit. Yeah. And it was awkward for me as well because I'm still working there. They fired him, but he's standing across the street from the pool. And I as I'm going to work, I was like, hey, how you doing? He's like, I'm fine. And then he would just stand there for 8 hours. What the
fucking hell? Who could be fucking doing that?
I know. It's just fucking weird people, Arch. Jesus Christ.
So this Brooklyn, this is working class. This is not poor, is it, or what is this?
No. This is not.
Hey, I like that Beamer. What's the Beamer there? Beamer. What Beamer is that?
That's let's see.
It's a baby SUV. It's an X4 or an X6.
Let's see. It's an X4. Yeah.
X4. They're expensive.
It's an Infinity. There's another Infinity.
Another
You guys have-
Infinity.
Yeah. Now let's take a look at what car is the guy. Infinity.
And why is there garbage
Toyota.
on the side there? Why is garbage on the side?
Because they're gonna pick it up tomorrow. They're picking
Hey,
it up.
Huff on Smash. How are you? What do you think of the tour?
Smash.
What up, fellas? Enjoying
Nice
the
Lexus.
tour.
I like that Lexus. It's an IS 300.
Beautiful. Let's see if you're right.
It's an
Yeah, they're
IS
taking out-
300.
IS 300. Correct. That's correct.
Oh.
Yeah. That's Archie knows
Gee,
his
this is
cars.
a
Hello,
nice
sir.
neighborhood. This is quite nice.
Yeah. What do you used to do for a living? Yeah.
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Okay.
I was a butcher for 18 years.
Oh, butcher for 18 years. You see?
Wow.
There you go. Art. He was a butcher for 18
Wow.
years.
You should give him one of your cards. Does he need computer work done?
Exactly, right? Hey, this.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
This is how you
Dis.
do
That's
it.
exactly. That's how you do it, Dis.
Yeah.
Arch, did you see Tim was at the Phillips auction today trying on $1 million watches?
Is that right? Good on him,
Look
hey?
at this fucking thing.
What did you like most
Yeah.
at the Phillips auction?
Hey, oh, you know what?
How do they have money? They seem to have money there. What is that? What are they? It's for sale, that place?
Oh, yeah. Hey, look at this. There you go. Well, you know what? This is newly built. You see, it's built like what? Like six homes
6
here.
pack.
So each floor,
Wow.
yeah, each floor for a different family. This is what they do a lot right now. They buy up old, decrepit, like home. Like this one. See, it looks like it's on its last legs. It's pretty old right here because you can see by the roof. That's a flat roof. They got these stairs.
I'm just calling it up
Look at
now.
the
I'm
stairs.
looking the price up now there. I'm looking Remax. This is in Brooklyn.
Yeah. Remax.
I'm trying to get
Vadim
the
Blino. 2525.
what's that? That's the reference number, is it?
No, well, no. That's oh, no, that's
Timmy's doxing.
apartment. No, number of the house. 2525. House number. Vadim Blino. Remax.
Sounds like a nice Irish.
Having a
win.
look.
Yeah,
You're on Nostrand Avenue, is that correct?
No, actually no. I'm on Avenue T. No, wait. Sorry. I'm not even sure what this is like East 14th, maybe? East 14th?
Yeah, just having a look in Brooklyn. Yeah, those houses are expensive. Like $1.5
Yeah.
million. Yeah, you're right.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And it's not
Yeah.
it will be one floor, 1.5 million, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're on E31st, is that right?
No. I'm on East 14, something like that. East
Oh,
17, 15, something like that.
Holy fuck. Okay, got you. So, Timmy, this isn't really. Yeah, okay, I see. So it's a nice neighborhood. This is not a bad neighborhood, is it? Like you don't feel danger. No one's driving. There's no shootings, is there?
No. This is great little neighborhood. I mean, look at this. Look the guy has a
Nice
dog
garden.
there. Yeah, look at the big garden with the bushes. You know, this is great neighborhood.
Timmy, I just looked it up. That place is $4.2 million.
Holy
4.2.
shit.
For the whole thing.
Here
for
we
the
go.
whole-
Herman Ingram, super chat. We got a super chat here, $2. Those cars belong to the landlord's dad. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Herman.
Yeah.
It was 25.29, right?
Yeah, 25, 29, 25, 25. So there's
Yep.
two. So I guess they're connected, two connected.
10,000 square feet, built in 2012.
Cool.
25, 29. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
And
it's in East 11th Street. Is that
Correct.
right? East
Yep,
11th. That's what
that's
he said.
the one.
East 11. 4.2 million fuckaroonies.
Yeah.
Holy fuckaroonies. Holy, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. It's not cheap. It's not cheap. Look at this one.
How would you
25 cents.
afford that, Tim?
That's why I told you. That's why I retired. It's not even. Forget about it. It's impossible. How do they expect someone like me to be able to buy something like that for 4.2 million? I mean, come on. That's why I'm not even gonna try. You know what I mean? Why would I even waste my time trying? It's depressing to think about it. You know, it's depressing to even think about.
Well,
And
if you
it's
think
not
about
that
it, that's a
great.
huge place, 10,000 square feet. I mean, you could
Yeah.
really whack that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10,000 square feet. That's
But
that's
but
only
like,
that's only 100 square meters.
Well, if you think about it, it's easily six separate apartments in there.
Oh, I see, 1,000 square meters. So you're right. Okay, got you. Yeah.
that's
Got
kind
you.
of how
That
they
is.
have it set up.
That's the whole
Or-
building's for sale. The whole building. The whole thing is
Damn.
4.2.
Damn. See, somebody built it. Now they want to have nothing to do with it. They want someone to buy it and rent it out to 6 people, 6 families.
Right.
I mean, that's
Would
how
that
much
be rent
headache
controlled? Would they be rent
Oh,
controlled
hell
apartments?
no. No way.
No, because it's not like it's almost private. You're gonna have to go out yourself, find the leads, find the families to rent it out to. It's a lot of headache. That's probably the shit that kind of Q does, right? This is the kind of shit that Q does. Right?
Yeah, Bear got a bit cheesed off with Q. He doesn't like the flexing. What did you think of the showcasing, Hoff?
I mean, listen, I think Bear might be a little bit from a different generation, and I think I could see how Q might rub people the wrong way, but on certain live streams, he's, explained how hard a come up he has, and if what he was talking about was true, the hard days he put in working at a pharmacy and saving his money up, and over 20
Is he a
years
pharmacist himself?
He basically started his career working at a pharmacy and, at a very low position there.
Does he have a pharmacy degree?
That part I don't know. I know he said he owns several pharmacies, and
well, you don't need a pharmacy degree in order to
own
open
them.
a pharmacy, right? So, I mean, if you can get a loan, if you know how to run a pharmacy, right? Technically, you can get a loan from the bank, open your own pharmacy. Just if you know how to, if you have all the leads, if you know who to call to get the supplies, technically you could open a pharmacy, and get it done.
And Arch, in fairness to Q, I egged him on to show the Hermes stuff because I figured you would enjoy a look at his wife's stuff. So.
How much? Herman Ingram, $2. 10,000 square feet equals 10 Cracker Box apartments. Yeah, he's right. That's
a nice house, yeah.
It's a nice neighborhood. Did you ever think about trying to find a lady who already owned a house, Tim, instead of trying to save up and buy one? Ooh, look!
Holy shit, right?
Shit, that's expensive.
And he's got a Porsche in the back as well.
Wow.
Yeah, I think this guy, he owns a couple of restaurants. I think I know this guy. He's a big shot. Look at this fucking thing. The fuck is this? Look at glass house. Kind of weird. Look. The fuck? That's a glass fence. What the fuck? Why would you do that?
It's expensive, those glass panels.
Yeah, because any fucker can just walk in and bust that. Oh, I could just be walking in the middle of the night and just kick that.
It's bulletproof. You know that?
I don't know. Let's hope so. I'm just saying, there's a lot of. I mean, see, that's what I'm saying. It's safe neighborhood. That's why, because people don't do that. So pretty cool.
Tell me this, Tim. Tim, this is you need to have. What? How much do you need to get a mortgage in America, Hoff? 10% down or 20% down? What are they saying now?
I mean, 20% if you don't have a mortgage insurance, right? I think you have to get some type of insurance on the mortgage if you do less than 20%, unless you're a first-time home buyer.
Julie, $3. Affordable places to stay in Manhattan for a trip. There's
Okay.
nowhere affordable in Manhattan. That's an oxymoron.
Yeah.
Tell me your
Affordable in
favorite spot.
Manhattan.
Yeah, it's expensive. Even me and Archie are sharing a pod. You know, like that pod that we're sharing for a week costs $1,600. Yeah, that's a lot of money. That's just for a week. 1,600. Fuck. And you don't even get free
There's nice
breakfast with
trees
that.
there in Brooklyn. You got nice trees there.
Yeah, right?
Is this where Sesame Street was filmed? Is this where Sesame Street? Da 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 da. Where's Big Bird and Grouch?
Tim, the punters in the chat want you to lick one of the windows.
And also the you remember, don't
Maybe
forget
for a
the
super
Fix
chat.
It shop, you know, where you could bring in those cheap Chinese appliances and they would fix it at the Fix It shop. Remember the Fix It shop?
Yeah.
Where you could get everything fixed. Remember?
Everything fixed, guys. We can
Yeah,
fix everything.
where is Grouch and Big Bird living?
Yeah, I think
There's
that would be
Oscar.
something.
Was that Oscar in the tin can?
Kind of
So
like one of
they're
these areas.
expensive. All those little houses are very expensive.
I remember this. You see this little apartment complex that they built here? That used to be a house that looked like the one next to it. You see that really old house? That house looks fucking old, right? You could tell that shit, what the hell is that? Well, anyways, here it used to be even older one, and that used to sell for $1 million. I mean, are you kidding me? But because that's the corner block, that is extremely expensive. You know, that corner. But it used to be a house like that. Yeah, it used to be a house like that. Completely useless. One story, nothing. Just kind of a,
Do you really like to stay in the city? You like New York? You're a New Yorker?
I like New York, yeah. It's cool.
You wouldn't go to like Half. Where should he go? Where should he go? You know,
Arizona.
I think Tim's right where he needs to be. He just has to keep scraping until he gets his head above water.
Gotta keep scraping.
He's doing good. You
you
would have been proud of him today, Arch. He finagled himself into Phillips auction house. He was pulling out rainbow Daytonas, all sorts of stuff.
Todd Levin was there. Levin was there.
He was really rubbing shoulders with the elite.
Because I saw a fiker with a George Daniels on the wrist. I'm like, oh shit, that's George Daniels. Wait a minute, that's Levin. Oh fuck, he doesn't like me.
Why doesn't he like you? I thought he did.
No, he doesn't like me because he didn't like my chat. He doesn't like the trolls.
Yeah, I don't think they like that.
He was
type
poisoned
of
for the viewers, but wasn't he? He was poisoned, but wasn't he?
Yes.
He wasn't. He's not
a
dynamic,
super chat
is
poison. No,
he was.
No, super chat poison. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's no super chats right now anyway, so everything.
Look at that house,
right
Timmy.
now. Actually, this one was for sale. I think somebody bought it. It's fucking weird. These columns make no sense. There's a little bit. Do
you live in a house like this as well, or do you live in an apartment block?
Apartment block.
How many stories in your apartment block?
Not 6 stories. 6.
6 stories.
7.
And you're on
6.
On what floor are you on? At the top or the bottom?
I'm on the middle floor.
Okay.
I'm right in the middle. You know. Yeah. But I'm lucky that they fixed the elevator. They had to replace the elevators, so for about for a couple of months there was
That's
no
expensive.
It's really it was. They jacked up the.
Any
the
brownstones? Any brownstones?
No, not in this area. I mean, kind of everything is brownstone, isn't that? Look, all kind of brownstone.
Right, but those aren't like the typical brownstones that you'd associate with Brooklyn.
You know, I like the brownstone that's in that song for Taxi. Remember that song, Taxi? You know, Taxi?
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah,
you know
that would be close to the Prospect Park. Prospect Park is full of those. That's where you want to go.
And that was a sad tale, Taxi. You know that song, Dis, or not?
I know the theme music.
Harry Chapin, Arch?
Yeah, Harry Chapin. That's right. He died. You know that? He was hit by a truck.
Oh,
Shit.
Wow.
He was helping
Oh,
someone
fuck.
with a flat tire, and he got whacked.
Fuck.
I don't think that's going to help bring that story is going to help bring up the mood of this live stream.
Yeah.
But Taxi. Oh, Israeli flags. Look at that.
Israeli flag. It's an American flag, a thin blue line flag, and then an Israeli flag. This is very confused house.
What's a thin blue line? I don't get that.
Those
What's
are probably a police officer lives there. Like Bourbonhard
Oh.
has a thin blue line flag behind him when he's on live stream. If you didn't realize, he's got two flags. He's got an American flag and a thin blue line flag.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's actually Brooklyn looks quite beautiful. I mean, it's not super wealthy. It's not Tony Soprano beautiful.
Sunset.
Do you have a pork store there? A pork store?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
I'm sure there's a pork
on the
store.
next block. On the next block over there.
It's a big walk from the subway. Is that the closest subway to your home?
Well, look, I kind of meandered a little bit, you know.
Fuck, that's a long walk.
Yeah, I was kind of showing you guys around a little bit. I don't know, because there's no content. So we're doing something.
And
there we go.
This is not like it's expensive to. So you're paying $1,800 a month to rent a 1-bedroom. Is that right here?
Yeah. My building looks like this one. You see it? You see like that
just
building across the street.
Khrushchevka. Yeah. They're like a Khrushchevka.
Khrushchevka. Yes.
These are American Khrushchevkas.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Fuck.
Just simple, just square.
Is it nice? Do you really feel at home here? I find this area a bit depressing. No offense, Tim.
Why is that?
Sorry?
Why do you find this area depressing?
It doesn't seem very upmarket, does it? You know what I mean?
Well,
no,
listen,
it's not.
10, 15 years ago, I think Tim wouldn't be walking these streets so freely.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
They were dangerous.
Oh, yeah. Coney Island was not the place you wanted to be in the 90s.
What happened to Coney Island?
That's where people went to die and to get killed. You know?
What about? I thought the Hamptons was a good place to live. The Hamptons was a good place to live.
Yeah, that's in Eastern Long Island. That's not in New York City. The Hamptons is amazing in the summer.
Where rich people live, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
That's where they all have their summer homes.
Yeah, so amazing. Oh, I just got a great idea.
And Arch, they have the Hamptons Jitney that goes from like Port Authority for all the, working stiffs who jam 20 people in a half share of a Hamptons house. And they run a bus that goes out there for the common folk.
Ah, it's so expensive there, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Hamptons,
the rich actually get helicoptered out there because they don't want to deal with the traffic because the traffic's so bad from the city. It'll take you like
Ukrainian
3-4 hours.
flag, Arch.
Oh wow! Look at that.
See that? Ukrainian family lives there. Pretty cool.
Ryan vlogs life. John Gotti used to be the bags with in Coney. John Gotti used to the bags with in Coney. What does that mean?
Oh, I think he's referring to the Got Your Shine Box guy.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I'm thinking Billy Bats, but it might be off.
Herman Ingram, $2. Orthodox Jewish home, salt of the earth.
John Gotti was a Queens guy, though.
A lot of Orthodox Jews, they have homes like these, like this one right here.
Well, why is that?
Because you can fit a lot of people in there. It's very affordable and you got a lot of space. You see, there's no park and stuff. You just utilitarian. It's for purpose. You just live there. Bam, done. Actually, there's a whole Jewish community not too far that way. If you just walk that way a couple of blocks, big Jewish community there.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I must say that is amazing. You know.
Yeah, I think this is a meth house or something.
Why do you say that?
It's just really suspicious place. They got cameras all over the perimeter, and then in the morning they get truck here pull up with boxes and boxes of cardboard boxes and stuff. Yeah, it's just really suspicious place.
I wouldn't be pointing at it then.
Yeah.
Huh.
All of a sudden, a van pulls up and throws them in it with no windows.
What's this
dude
doing?
What are you doing?
Fiber.
Fiber?
Yes.
Oh, fiber optic. Fixing fiber optic.
Look at that.
Ask him if 5G caused COVID.
Is this what causes COVID? The 5G? No.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It confirmed it. There you go. It's the government conspiracy. Is this you Verizon or what?
Yeah,
Optimum. Oh shit. Okay, Optimum's doing it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I recommend Optimum. Fuck Verizon. There we go. Yeah, he's doing 5G. Finally,
Yes.
fiber optic from Optimum. I can't wait to disconnect my fiber optic Verizon.
Oh, Tim, that might have been an interesting wristwatch check.
Oh, no, he was wearing a casket.
Oh.
Yeah.
You must admit that's interesting. These homes here is very. This was developed in the 60s. This area. When was this area developed?
These homes were so cheap. These were like 10,000 each. Like these homes were like 10 grand each of these houses. This was nothing. Yeah,
How close to the boardwalk is this, Tim?
It's about half hour walk from here. Yeah.
So this isn't still Coney Island.
Well, no. I mean, it is. It's technically it is still Coney Island. You check if you go on the map. They call this area Coney Island, I think. Still, Sheepshead Bay. I mean, I got off Sheepshead Bay.
Yeah.
This is kind of Coney Island. Yeah.
That's the more Italian neighborhood. Although the Russians seem to be taking over there as well, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of Russians here. A lot of Russians, but yeah, that area over there, that avenue, the next Avenue X over there, it's Italian. A lot of Italian restaurants. And actually, so Avenue X, if you keep going Avenue X, that's where the Spumoni Garden is. The Italian pizza. Yeah. So, yeah. Pretty cool place. Cool place. Look at all the overhead cables. Oh, you can't see it. It's like, look at all the overhead cables.
What is Arch doing? He's definitely up to something. I've never seen him with no camera on so much on mute.
I don't know. I'm just trying to fill content.
I know. I felt bad. I seen him floundering earlier, and I was rushing home.
Is this still here? This.
Yeah. What's up?
Maybe you should be. You saw that guy on the street. He was setting up fiber optic. Maybe you should do that. That looks like they're putting fiber optic. How about?
Yeah, I guess you need training and stuff.
Yeah, it's not that easy. You don't just. It's not just plug and play. Plug in. You know, those cables have 5,000 little connectors in there. It's not that easy to do. Dirk Diggler, $2. Why do I think it would be safer walking with half?
Well, Tim knows the neighborhood, so in this particular one, you'd probably be safer with him, Dirk.
Yeah.
Pretty safe neighborhood. Although it looks hella sus. Yeah. But it's cool. We got a baseball park there on the other side.
Yeah, you could start to see how there's like actually services here, right? Like parks and stuff where there were just like empty, what do you call it? Vacant lots and stuff previously.
Yeah.
Now you start getting to more like built up neighborhoods.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. I must admit, New York is it's not all just city. Like the state of New York is massive.
Right.
Hey, how far from Jersey are you? Jersey.
Oh,
New Jersey.
Pretty far. Very far, actually. It's on the other side of the
Arizona.
ocean. Yeah.
I was hoping to visit JJ. JJ, size 9.
Staten Island. Size
Yeah, I
9.
thought JJ is Staten Island.
Staten Island.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Staten Island. It's kind of New Jersey.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, it's actually, we could take a ferry. So if you're on Wall Street, you can go
Oh yeah,
down,
Arch would like the ferry.
Yeah, then you take a ferry, and then basically you're in the middle of America, because I think that's where they got the Staten Island. It's kind of part of Nebraska or something. They moved it via helicopter, something. Just a weird fucking place, to be honest. It doesn't feel like New York.
But Arch, Brooklyn is huge.
Massive.
Yeah. Brooklyn and Queens are very big boroughs.
Okay.
Hey, Tim. So, Tim,
Yes.
I was looking at running for another half hour. You want to run the stream after that?
Sure. I'm
It's
just
been
coming
very
home.
bad super chats today. They're being
I know.
terrible. What's wrong? What's wrong with the?
I'm
where's
starting to
Bear
think
gone?
I'm super chat poison, Arch.
No.
No,
We're
it's
sinking
just-
otherwise. Look, you're keeping us afloat. Without you, I just go,
Yeah.
sink to
Hey,
the
there
bottom.
you go, Dirk Diggler, $5.
Dirk Diggler,
Today,
$5. Today is D-Day,
Wow.
June 6th. Thank an American and Brit for
Wow.
not speaking German.
Thank you.
There you
Dirk
go,
Canadians
Dirk
and
Diggler.
Australians and Russians and all others.
We don't thank the Russians because they Bear's not on the stream. We don't thank the Russians. They.
What happened to Bear? Where's he?
I think he's busy. He's just doing stuff.
I
So
think the
Bear's-
only reason Bear came on last night was because you almost let his buddy Jiro Pal on.
Oh yeah, Jirapat. By the way, I was Birdbrain. Marcelo sent me some screenshots. Apparently, right after he was not let on onto your stream, Arch, he went to our friend Size 9's live stream and cried over there, complained about you.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I just got a screenshot.
Who cares? Look, I got to tell you, Timmy. So, do you think computer repairs? What do you think of that Hoff doing computer repair business? What do you think of that shit?
Hey, I think that there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, whatever you're doing to kind of earn a dollar in my book is amazing. You know, everyone's got a different hustle. It's a big world out there. People have become millionaires off of doing a lot less. I like the way Timmy was talking. You get in the door doing some tech support. Hey, you want an online order? You know, in America, it's all about convenience. If you can give someone convenience, especially someone that has means to support those conveniences, I mean, that's your golden ticket.
And your final goal is to marry one of their daughters. You're always looking for, you know.
That's right.
Man, I could have married a physician.
Does that piss you off or not? Seriously.
Yeah, it does. Especially when the roommate's really angry at me. You know, I'm thinking.
Is she better now? Is she better?
She calmed down.
Did that money I sent you help you?
It did, because you know, I showed her like, hey, look, Archie sent, you know, payment. You know, so she calmed down.
Did she say, "Oh, okay, tell him I'm sorry, I was a little upset," or is she still on some fuck Archie?
Yeah, she's still fuck Archie. But she calmed down.
Huff on Smash, you're in California, aren't you?
No, I'm in New York.
Oh, you're in New York.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm in New York.
Tell me this, you're in the music industry.
Yes, I am.
David Cassidy, were you a David Cassidy fan?
Not particularly. I'm a little too young for him, but I do know he was a well-respected musician.
What went wrong with him?
I think he started seeking legitimacy and respect of people. And much like what happens with a lot of like the monkeys and stuff like that, where they want to be credible and want to be like, sometimes when people blow up, right, you have someone like David Cassidy who probably sold millions and millions of records. I don't know offhand, but was hugely successful on every kid's lunchbox, all over TV. And then he's looking at like a credible band, and that would kill themselves to have the success he's having. It's like rappers want to be basketball players want to be rappers. Everyone wants kind of what they don't have. And the one thing anyone will tell you is, in the entertainment business, when you get that run, when you have that run, don't look back, you know? Fuck your friends, get new ones.
Cyrus, $10. Baron, chat, Wasteland, handout. Thank you, Cyrus. Thank you so much. It is very tough.
Generous, Cyrus.
What do you think? I was talking about showcasing. People like to flex and show off the shit they've got. How do you feel about that? Does that piss you off in the hobby?
You know, I'm so used to it. You got to understand the business I work in. You know, I there's people I know who sleep on their mom's couches, but own iced out Audemars Piguets and giant, Cuban chains and all designer, and they'll take their tax money and go buy like 4 designer T-shirts with it for some to look, fresh during the summertime. You could always tell who's getting money when you look at the sneakers if you see the crease. If you see a crease or they don't have a proper shape up, there's little things that you could always tell.
What's a crease? How do you mean a crease?
So on the toe box of your sneakers, like people throw them out before they get that crease in the music business, right? Because it's all about glam and looking sharp. So the second on the sneakers that are like Jordans or whatever type of expensive basketball sneakers or Dunks or Air Force Ones, if you see someone where their shoes are looking cooked, you know they don't have bread.
Cooked? How do you mean cooked?
Meaning like bad, dirty, falling apart.
What do my sneakers say? Can I show you my sneakers? Can you give me a sneaker?
I would love to.
I'll get my sneakers. Do you want to see my? These are designer sneakers.
Yes, we want to see your sneakers. Yeah,
yes. We know those are going to be nuked.
Here we go. Okay, I'm just getting them now for you. Okay. Da-da-da-da.
Yeah, those are definitely well done, Arch.
Are they cooked?
Those are well done.
They're cooked. They're not falling to bits. What are you talking about?
Look at the soles. They're screaming.
What? Screaming what?
Help me.
What?
Help me.
What?
Wait, let me see the sides. Hold on. Hold them up right. What are those? Brooks or Asics? Asics, right?
Yeah, these were expensive.
Those are running shoes, right?
$100, $80, $80.
Were those wide? Those look like quadruple E's.
No, standard.
Really? You don't wear wide sneakers?
Not that I know of. They're a bit cooked inside.
Yep.
These look like new. What are you talking about? Do you want to see my cooked pair?
Yeah, let me see a cooked pair. Maybe they're just dirty and that's throwing it off.
Want to see the cooked pair or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's go.
Reviewing Archie's the shoe wear.
Yeah. And by the way, folks, I was just talking that in relations to my industry, not in general. I don't walk down the street assuming if someone has a wrinkle in a toe box on their sneaker, they're broke.
Yeah.
Okay, these ones are a bit worn, okay? These ones are a bit worn.
Hop on Smash. I can't believe you would judge someone based on their sneakers.
Oh my God! How are those? How are those?
Those are a bit cooked.
You know another way.
They still got life in them. Okay.
Holy shit!
Wait, Arch. You know another way. Someone doesn't have money when they're wearing Adidas socks with Nike sneakers, like Tim was.
Oh.
I've seen someone call him out on that.
It was Maldives.
So I think these have got another couple of years left. What do you reckon?
Well, are you trying to go for sandals?
So what happens when you wear really cooked? Really cooked.
I mean, those are as cooked as can be. Those are fried and fricasseed.
What do you think? Are they cooked or not?
Why are you even keeping them? What are you trying to do with them?
I still use them. They're not. They got many years left. They got a bit of life left.
For what?
What?
What do you?
It's not even
what do you
bald.
go water skiing behind the BMW on those?
I mow the lawn in these. I mow the lawn.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Maybe that you get a pass.
This is when Archie likes to feel what he's walking on.
Ron the Shrink, $5. Hoff, who's the coolest guy you've met in hip hop culture?
Mm.
I'd say Fab Five Freddy. I'm an old head. He was the most person I was starstruck by because I grew up watching UMTV raps.
Mm.
Pavel, $5. We need more lawn maintenance vids, Arch. Thank you.
Yeah, actually, someone raises a good point, Arch. If you really truly mowed the lawn in them, and they made me think because I have shoes that I once mowed lawns in, and they were covered in green because of the grass around the soles. I don't see one look of green around those soles.
I use them to cut the grass.
So how come they're not stained green?
Because I don't mow the lawn when the grass is wet. I mow it when it's dry.
Oh, got it.
It's more dust and weeds. Okay?
Got it. I got you. That was pretty cooked pear, my friend. You definitely did not disappoint the punters in the chat right there.
Yeah, but don't you think that's being super rich is have super cooked? Just so cooked it's just beyond cooked? Have you seen that pair of sneakers? There's a pair of sneakers you can buy that are actually, you buy them brand new, they look cooked.
Which ones?
Like
Balenciagas or something? Because that's their aesthetic.
Diggler, $2. Huff, I am an NWA guy.
Me too, Dirk.
Who's NWA?
NWA is a hip-hop supergroup that was Eazy-E, Ice Cube, MC Ren, and...
I'm a Willie Vanilli. Willie the Nilly? Ice, Vanilla Ice, baby.
Oh,
Ice.
I thought you were going to say Millie Vanilli. Remember those?
That's the one. Yeah, Millie Vanilli. Yeah.
Yeah, the guys that got caught lip syncing.
Yeah, so they all do it in the industry.
Oh, yeah, I was right. With Balenciagas were the ones that look like that. Someone in the bezel said. But the thing is, that's their aesthetic, Arch. They'll charge you. They have these clothes that look like someone just like came out of the Bowery Mission.
In the hip hop, do people turn up in Rolls Royces, for example?
Cadillac.
Yeah. No, they'll do Rolls Royces now. Those SUVs.
And they don't have money for gas, for example.
No, what it is they'll do car service. You know when you know someone's turning up in a Rolls Royce, you'll know someone else is paying for it. It'll either be the label where they're in town doing promotions or a promoter that they're in town doing a big show. That's when you'll see them in there. Otherwise, you'll see them in generic black Yukons because that's when it's coming out of their pocket.
What's wrong with generic black Yukons?
Nothing. It's just a different level. Honestly, there's nothing nice. Like, that's all you need is car service. And there's no reason to have anything nicer unless you're really trying to show off.
And what watches do you see in the hip hop genre?
Well, you know something that's interesting that I don't think a lot of people touch on because everyone always has a heart attack when they see these bust down watches with the diamonds in them and how you're destroying a beautiful watch.
Yeah.
The watchmakers that sell these guys those watches, those aren't real cases. You're lucky if the movements are real inside them. That's typically when they swear it's an authentic watch. It's only the movement that's real. They'll have a case that's a third-party case, and then that's actually what they bust out. And then sometimes they'll give them the original case that comes with the movement that if they want to bring it back and the bracelet and everything, all that stuff is third-party that they bust out. No, I'm not justifying it. It's just an element I feel like people don't talk about.
BBC, $2. Is this show almost cooked too, or you want to post the link?
Let's get Doc on here. I love Doc.
And we've got Ryan Vlogs Live, $2. Carby B and Offset are my neighbors in Tenafly, New Jersey.
I've been to the Tenafly Diner. It's an amazing diner with a fellow executive I know that makes a fortune. Not that
Dirk Diggler, $5. Man, well, I'm the dope man, you boy. Wear corduroy money up to here, but unemployed. Hey, let me just go. I'm just gonna Timmy, just cover me for a minute. I'm gonna go for a toilet break. I'll be back.
Yep. No problem. Hey guys, I'm at the studio, the Tim Wright Studios, the JC Studios. Let's turn on the lights.
I was gonna say, are we going for a new colorway?
Hey, I could change up. Can change it up. Let me guess what. There's a blue. I have purple. There's deep purple. What about the deep purple?
I like the deep purple. I'm getting sick of the green. As we switch seasons,
because it's
you know
Rolex.
how your cards changes seasons and it changes colors. Maybe you need to change the background per seasons.
Yeah. I don't know. So the other colors, they don't look good. Okay, let's just put it green. Putrid green. Oh, it just feels weird. It feels like I'm in the wrong house. I kind of feel like I'm in the wrong house, man. There we go. Hey, oh, look at you. Wide angle lens.
Oh, you noticed, right?
Wow.
So I got a new setup. I actually built my sit-to-stand desk today.
Wow. Sit to stand. I have mine's also sit to stand.
Hold on.
Look.
Let's see.
Oh, it went up. You see it? Look.
Yep. See?
I can't pick it up too much because it's gonna hit the
camera.
Now
I'm standing.
Nice.
And we'll bring it back down.
I never use it though. Although you know what, it's good to like sometimes I want to raise it up just a little. Oh, we got ABC in the background. Hey ABC, how's it going?
Hey
baby?
Tim, how's it going?
Hey, I was at the Philips auction.
Well, I was backstage for 15-20 minutes and I was fucking ignored.
When? In this
Today?
stream?
Yeah, so as soon as Archie comes back, I'm gonna jump back off.
Oh yeah, sorry. I wasn't controlling the stream.
I know you weren't. Yeah, I know you were out and about. You were doing your.
I couldn't see. Archie,
you're doing your Marcelo thing.
It's you know what? It's not a very. We're in the lull. In the lull, right? So there's not a lot of excitement. It's just a slow day. I don't know what to tell you, man.
How was the auction?
It was cool. I got to see some cool stuff. Amazing pieces. I took some pictures. I'm gonna try to post them.
Did you go with OC?
No. OC wasn't there. I think OC is not there today.
Okay.
I met Z-Man. Can you believe it?
Oh, Tim, I seen that. He was awesome.
Yo, Z-Man. He said, dude, the guy saw me through the window. He saw I was with the camera.
Yeah, I'm not buying that, but I think he was watching your stream and realized you were at Philips and was around the corner.
I mean, I don't know. He has a really shitty phone. I think he watches at home from a computer.
Oh, really?
He has a SE. I don't think he can watch stuff from that phone. But you could see upstairs. He knew I was gonna be at the Philips. So he was looking to see if I'm gonna be up there. So that's pretty cool. And because it was right after I was showing people outside, I was showing people like, hey, look, that's the Park Avenue. And look that way. There's the building 432. And right after that sequence, he went up. He was in the Predator 2. Z-Man was in Predator 2, 100%. 100%. But then we went for a walk onto First Avenue. Man, fuck me dead. First Avenue, you can't get a drink there. There's no bars. There's nothing. It's good. Yeah, everything closed down. So anyways, we took a walk there. It was good. He likes walking as well. Oh, look at this. Archie is wearing a cardigan. It looks like it's getting colder in Australia.
Hey guys, it's cooked.
It's cooked.
Archie, like my new vernacular?
I can't believe you would judge people based on their sneakers.
No, I was specifically talking about my industry.
I've had my first wife got me this jumper, and it's always been for the last 10 years. It's been missing the third button. This one's missing. I never worried about it, you know. It's cooked. It's still got a bit of juice left, man. Still got juice left, man.
You haven't like made a hole in the soul yet.
Hoff, you know your homies. Do any of the homies know who ArchieLuxury is?
Arch, I've been trying to spread your word throughout the music community. My goal is to get someone cool on here. I will by the end of this year. I promise you, I will.
Thank you.
I tried last time Ed Sheeran was in for promo, and his people nearly threw me off the floor.
Ed Sheeran. You're joking?
No,
what?
Serious. Well, he's a huge Watch fan.
Yeah, well, what did he knew who I was or not?
I didn't get to him. His manager didn't, unfortunately.
Ed
But
Sheeran.
It'll happen. He's a huge Watch fan. Like
I
huge
know
Watch fan.
Ed Sheeran. Yeah.
Yeah.
Paddock guy. Paddock man.
But we'll work our way up the food chain. You know what you have to do, Arch? We got to go through a few clunkers, and then we'll prove like you can't read their soul. You got to be nice to them, and then we'll get someone on.
Yeah.
And then we'll work our way up.
Yeah. Hey man. Seriously.
You know what? Hoff, you need to clip that scene where Todd Levin is on my stream and use that, or something.
But see, they won't know who that is.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? If I get I got to find one of these young pop guys who has a little bit of money and, bought their first AP or Rolex or something. I'll get them on here to talk about it, and that's how we'll start.
You think we can find someone at Tracks NYC? Maybe someone is there. Maybe we can stalk that place.
I hate that guy from Tracks. Doesn't he seem like the biggest jerk off to you, or is it me?
Yes. Well, let's not say it on the live stream because somebody's
Why?
gonna clip that. And
I don't care.
Maybe we can use it for the leads.
He used to be cool, and now there was a guy that worked over there called Mazza that everyone messes with. That he does all their big chains now. So he lost a lot of heat.
Here we go. We got some super chats. Dirk Diggler, $5. Well, we did that one.
Yeah.
Tell me this. I don't really know these. That's actually a very true thing. A lot of these are like David Cassidy. He actually wanted to be a serious blues musician, or he wanted to have legitimacy. But the stupidity is just run with what you're good at. Bubblegum pop works. Stick to bubblegum fucking pop.
All the money in the world.
A lot of these people, they want legitimacy. It's kind of strange. Like, just be happy with what you've. It's so hard to get fame. You agree with that, don't you? Like,
without question.
The music industry is brutal. It's a very brutal.
And the thing that most people don't realize, the people you see on the way up are the same ones you see on the way down. Yeah. So if you get like that big hit and you drink your own Kool-Aid, what's that woman from Australia that had that big hit with Dance Monkey? You know who I'm talking about, Arch?
No idea. I only watched Dance Monkey.
Yeah, they signed her. She was actually busking on the street. Tones and I.
Okay.
I'll send you the link sometime. But she was I believe she was from Australia. Someone discovered her actually busking on the street.
Tones and I.
Yeah.
I don't even know who she is because
I'm pretty sure she was damn near homeless, and they plucked her off the street. She had #1 worldwide smash.
Damn.
Wow. Kylie Minogue?
No.
No, it was Tones and I that I was thinking of.
Now, let me ask you this. The thing is this industry, it's so fickle, right? Like a lot of these musicians, they want to be legitimate. Like even John Lennon, he was looking for legitimacy as well there, but there are some musicians, like I'll tell you something.
Well, here's the thing that most people don't realize.
Have you ever heard of a guy called Dennis Hanlon?
Not offhand. By the way, I do have some info. I know who I tracked down when I think Oshin was on this stream or Tim's stream, and I was like, I guarantee you we have some mutual friends. And I was asking him a couple names, and all of a sudden I know who his product manager was from Mr. North. I'm gonna get some good dirt.
There's a guy called Dennis Hanlon. He was kicked out by Sony Music. He was there for 30 years. He made a lot of people. He was an absolute prick. You might Google him. Dennis Hanlon, Sony Music Australia. They fired him for bullying and abusive behavior.
Arch, you want to laugh? The reason why I started watching you was you reminded me of one of my old bosses, and he was from Australia. He used to run the Australian arm of our company, and he used to scream at me with all these like Australian slang, like open slather and take the piss out of you, and all these things. And I never knew what the hell he was saying for like the first 6 months. He like threw a book at my head once when he was mad at the meeting. He was very.
Wow.
He was a lunatic. Most of these guys, they're under a ton of stress, and it's one of those things where you, if
the
you can
artists,
get through
do they make money? Let me ask you this: most artists, if they get fame, do they keep money, or they do stupid things? Tell me honestly, what do you find?
The ones that are, I'd say, the ones that are on the road touring and like stay on the road touring are generally the ones that end up doing okay. The biggest problem in music is you have your whole life to make your first album, right? If you have a first album, and then they have what's called the sophomore jinx. It's you basically had 20 years to make your first album, then you have, if you're lucky, 18 months to make your second album. And while you're on that 18 months, you're also on tour, living off the success of your first album. So you have to follow it up very quickly. And that's where the wheels fall off for most artists.
Like that guy, Psy from Gangnam.
Yeah,
that
Gundam
was,
style.
I mean, he was actually a music producer with many, many years of experience. He's not just some innocent. He was. And he never had the next hit, did he? That one was the big hit. The next hit never came, did it?
Right. I mean, I think he had one follow-up, but it was nowhere near the success. It's tough. Whenever you have a global hit like that, there's artists who will chase that. If you get it too early in your career and you don't have the records to back it up, you're fucked.
So tell me this: do the music people get ripped off? Who rips them off? The managers rip them off. The promoters, who rips them off? Or there just isn't enough money in the first place to be ripped off?
I think everyone gets their fair share, provided they have good representation. Usually, the lawyers are the ones that are the lawyers and the money managers. I'd say are the ones that you typically have to watch the most. Because if you have a good lawyer, everyone else knows not to fuck around. But if you have a lawyer that's known, to look the other way for the right bag, then people know to fuck around. Does that make sense?
How much a good lawyer cost? That costs a lot of money. You can't just.
It's not a cost. Most lawyers will get a percentage of your earnings, so it's not. You don't pay them high like hard cash. You'll usually pay them like a percentage, and that's why you'll have good lawyers at the peak of your career, and as you go down, the lawyers go with it as well. By the way, I'm getting a people are calling me Hop the Snake in the chat because I can't keep to a short, concise story. I'm working on it, guys.
Let me tell you this. Let me ask you this, Hoff.
Yeah.
If you become, how much money do they make? These people, like these hip hop people, what do they make?
Oh, it depends. It's so like when I tell you, it's so all over the place. They can be clubs they walk into, like these mega clubs down south, and they'll walk out with $80,000 in one night in a brown paper
But
bag.
would they blow that out of that money? How much they need to give the lawyers? How much they give them?
Well, those are the ones that the lawyers probably tend to not know about because they're getting them in a Louis duffel bag. It's the ones when they go on tour with Live Nation and the more let's say standardized tours that are national.
Sometimes these tours, they don't actually. Sometimes the artists don't earn a lot on these tours, do they?
No, they do. The artists, absolutely. Well, listen, you got to realize it's like anything else. You could piss the money away in like giant show props behind you, pyrotechnics, wanting to travel with 30 of your friends.
What's the biggest disaster you saw yourself? What's the biggest disaster you saw in an artist? Like what do they do?
I can't think of that right. I can't think of one I want to throw under the bus right now. I'll take a TBD on that one.
Like what do they do? They drugs? Do they go like what stupid things do they start doing when they get a bit of success?
Listen, I've seen artists get a bit of success, all of a sudden become gangbangers and throw their whole career away off of catching charges from hanging with the wrong people because they want to be viewed as tough. Because there's such machismo and masculinity in this industry, and maybe they had a successful hit record which brings people around them, and everyone wants to be street credible. You know, in hip hop or pop, you could be street and go pop. You can never go pop and then like have street credibility. And a lot of times people will chase that if they blew up with like a pop song.
I see. So in the music industry itself, who makes the money? Is it the artists that make the money? Is it the who makes, is it you? Who makes the money?
Well, I think it's two parts, right? In music, and I don't want to get too into the weeds because it's really going to get people to hate me, but in music, there's two pieces. There's what's called the master recording, and then what's called the publishing. The publishing's the actual song, the lyrics. That's what can get sold in syncs and stuff. The master recording is just the actual recorded, like master recording of a specific song. So that could get synced, but if someone does a replay of it or he does a different, records a different session of it, you may not have.
We've got one for you here. We're being offered a job there. Angelic Slayer. I own a record label. There you go.
Very nice.
Oh, sure.
That's Alice Cooper, by the way. It's Alice Cooper. He's my friend. You ever hear of him?
Yeah, I was a huge fan. School's out forever.
Tell me this. In this industry itself.
But Arch, I've seen crazy shit. I've seen like artists get
the K-pop. K-pop. Like they reckon that these people sign up for a K-pop contract. They don't actually earn any. The artist gets fucking nothing. They get.
But in those situations, see, I'm someone who will argue a lot of times for a reason why an artist doesn't make as much as you think. Like a lot of times they're manufactured. That was someone who probably didn't write that song. That was someone who probably didn't have that look. A stylist had to design that look. There's a guy who managed them and really put together that whole image. Yeah, exactly. Like someone who produces a movie or a show.
Kind of like Backstreet Boys, right?
Exactly.
Here we go. Maldives, £1.80. Isn't Taylor Swift re-recording?
Yes.
Let me ask you this. It's like the Monkees were manufactured. David Cassidy was manufactured, wasn't he? Like he.
But there was I forget where this was from, but there was actually a very credible musician laughing about exactly what I told you, that people were saying, oh, we didn't like the Monkey. What did you think about the Monkees, and thought people were going to rip on them. And they were like, we loved them. We used to watch the shows. You know how jealous we were of all the success they had? You don't think we'd want to be on TV 5 nights a week? That's what you don't realize.
So it's just a very fucking nasty. The industry is the big money there. You see big money yourself. You've seen it.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of crazy things, and
I've seen these hip hop artists. They give a Louis Vuitton briefcase full of $1 million as a present to somebody. Does that happen?
I mean, if you're the right person around their orbit. Listen, the reason. Nothing's free, Arch. If you've seen them give someone $1 million, there's a reason why. Whether it's that person took a charge that saved them from 10 years in jail, whether there's that person secretly the one who wrote the record that they went platinum with, they don't just hand out money for no reason.
I see. How long are you going to stay in the music industry, or are you going to get burnt out? What's your future? What do you
I actually switched to like a different role within the industry. I was typically working at labels, and that's definitely a young man's game where you got to be out like Timmy. You got to be out 5 nights a week minimally, and you always got shows and stuff to go to every single night. Now I work a little more on the corporate side, kind of in more of, let's say, an executive role that's more about like strategic planning and bigger picture than the day-to-day grind of the labels.
What do you think of Sony as a label?
Oh, Sony's amazing. I have a huge watch friend that's a major watch geek that works for Sony, Columbia, actually.
Can you ask him if they've heard of Dennis Hanlon?
I will. I'll write that. You know who I'm going to ask? My old boss. He'll Dennis Handlin. I guarantee you he knows him.
Yeah, ask him. Because the guy, if you do a Google search on him, there was even a Four Corners story, which is like our TV 60 Minutes, Australian 60 Minutes, about what a cunt Dennis Handlin was. He bullied staff. He just a real cunt of a man. But he made money. That's all Sony Music cared about was money.
But Arch, what you don't realize is shit rolls downhill in this industry. It's the artists are assholes to like the top of the food chain of the music execs who they're getting abused by artists and their managers all day. So then they pass it down the food chain to their general staff typically.
What do you think of
the stress? Because you don't understand. You could be on top of the world making, $1 million plus a year and having 7-figure bonuses. 6 months later, you could be as cold as ice and out on your ass, and no one will hire you.
Why is that?
Cold streaks or something went wrong, and you pissed the wrong person off. It's definitely a game that's very fickle.
Especially if you weren't smart and if you
didn't keep the
basically
cash.
bought up houses, put
Rolls Royces.
Yeah.
Maldives, £1.80 is multi-million performances for oligarchs dead.
No, those are very much alive and well.
So tell me this, what do you think? Like, there was a artist called Danny M, a Korean girl in Australia who made it on a TV show, right? And she was upset because Sony Music with Dennis Handlin, they got her to do covers. She did a lot of Carpenter covers. Okay. And she wanted to do her own music. And I listened to her own shit, right? I prefer the covers. I preferred it when she did covers.
Yep.
Sometimes these artists, they don't know what music is going to be popular and good. They think they want to get credibility. Fucking do the cover.
And maybe she sucks at songwriting. Maybe that's the problem.
They don't like to admit that, but they don't like to admit that.
Right.
Ron the Shrink, $5. Hoff, how do you feel the Yin Yang twins became somewhat excited after they published their thesis in theoretical mathematics?
I'm not familiar, Ron. I'll go do some research. But there is a history of artists that might have had very ignorant records early in their career.
Oh, they were hip-hop. Yin Yang was hip-hop.
Yeah. They were signed to TVT Records, I believe. And a lot of them go get masters and become like super smart rogue scholars, believe it or not. The Killer Mike's another example of that. Someone who really took his money and invested in education and it is a very smart guy.
Barry Manilow, fan or foe?
I can respect Barry Manilow. I can respect it. You know who blew my mind? Rick Rubin, who can make you a fan of anyone. Like if you ever watched or listened to the albums he did with Johnny Cash, he did a Neil Diamond album that was absolutely amazing. And I never thought I would ever say that in my life.
Dirk Diggler, $2. I'm in the porn industry. Maybe we could do a collab. So tell me this. You're an exec. Is that right? You're an exec?
Yeah, we could say that. I run a pretty big team and report to a president.
So you get $1 million bonuses?
No, not there yet. My boss's boss gets $1 million bonuses. That I guarantee you. So I'm just 2 rungs away. I just need to stab 2 people in the heart in the right time, and then I'll be getting $1 million bonuses.
In your case, right? What do you see the answer? What's enough money to be out of the industry? 2.5. You know that the gambler. Like you're actually in a very high stakes poker game, really, in this career, isn't it?
It's not about like money. You know what it is? It's about having a side hustle that you could use your connections while you're in the music industry to foster and then build that up. And then, like for instance, my website, like I told you about, right, Arch? I had used my relationships while I was working at very powerful label to build that. Then that got up. It really became a huge thing. And then, let's say something I pissed off the wrong people, and I became the target of something, and it showed you how quickly God giveth, God taketh away. And then I had to go back and swallow my pride, go back working at the labels, and here I am. Thankfully, this time I was a little smarter, a little wiser, and knew how to navigate better. And the first decade of my career, I spent it all trying to evangelize for the artists. I was a young kid with morals who dreamt about being in the music industry, and I used to think every artist was my friend. I used to curse out my bosses because of these artists and want to defend for these artists. And then you slowly realize artists only give a fuck about you while they're signed to the label and you could be beneficial. The second, they're on a different label, they're not returning your phone calls, or they get dropped, they blame you. It's a really tough relationship to maintain.
Are artists a pain in the ass, or you find some artists are good, some are bad?
Some are, some aren't. I'll tell you generally
Moose
the one.
$5, half any experience with Ghetto Boys, Bushwick Bill, or Scarface?
I met Scarface once. Yes, yes, I did. It was amazing. He was actually a very, very nice guy, and also met Jay Prince once or twice in my life, who created the label that all of them were signed to. Oh, and I did actually meet Bushwick Bill in Hollywood. He used to be bouncing around outside bars there, kind of rapping for money. He had a tough. I think he's dead. He had a tough few years.
Doc BBC $2 Yin Yang twins research lead to up the yin yang. I mean, it's a joke. It's a joke he's saying. So tell me this, the music industry itself, is that the quickest way to fame and fortune? What do you think it is?
No. Nothing's an overnight success in music. Even if you think it's an overnight success, there was 10 years behind that. Whether it was a person trying to create a mold that you eventually fit into and, took off like a skyrocket, somewhere along the line, there was a ton of work that got into it. Like Jack Harlow is currently a white rapper that a lot of people are calling an industry plant, and he's had #1 records that he gets a lot of backlash for. And, he's someone who worked very hard for 10 to 15 years to be in the position he's been in.
I see. So tell me this, do you have any musical talent yourself? You said you love the music industry.
No. Those who have zero musical talent typically go into music industry.
I see.
If you don't have the talent to be in front of the cameras, but you love the art, the best way is behind it, right? Behind the scenes. But I'll tell you what, there are a lot of amazing music executives that we were joking about Milli Vanilli before. Kevin Liles, who is one of the most powerful people in hip hop, he led Def Jam into like their biggest era ever. He recently sold 300 Entertainment for hundreds of millions of dollars, rich beyond wildest dreams. He started out being producer for Milli Vanilli. He produced those 2 hit singles they had as a young kid.
I see.
Yeah, so you never know where it takes you. It's all about getting in the door. And I always tell young kids that want to be in the business, just get in whatever job it is to get you in the building, take it.
Oh, I see.
It's like Archie. It's like you have been online for 10 years, right? So like this would be your beginning, technically.
Yeah, I can't remember the house guy, but there was a huge house DJ that's like known. I'll Google it and I'll find it in a second. But a guy who used to work in the mailroom at an old record label I worked at discovered him.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so it's truly. I've seen people that were my interns are now running major record labels.
And the interns, they're got a better job than you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
And how do you handle that?
What do you mean? Now I have someone that's in a huge position that I was nice to, that hopefully looks upon me fondly.
Do they help you or not?
Yeah, when you need something, sure. Listen, when you work at different labels, it's like working for different sports teams. You don't want to help someone unless they ask you, right? Because everyone wants their team to win.
That's amazing. Super chat. Yes, we got another super chat in here. Dirk Diggler, $2. How about Too Short in the Ghetto?
I've never met Too Short. I would love to though.
I love
An
him.
Oakland
Great
rapper.
song.
Yes.
He's a classic
Definitely.
one.
I tell you what, Timmy, it's been a very bad day for super chats today.
Well, I mean, it makes me question whether I should even do the after show. I mean, it's tough. I have to, but you know.
I'm going to send the leads over to you. Doc
Send the
BBC.
lead. The leads are weak,
$2.
Archie. We need to work on the leads. How do we get
Yin Yang Twins best rap line? Yang my yin yang. There you go. And we got CB $10. Music talk is almost as profitable as airplanes talk.
Amazing.
Oh!
I told you I was super chat poison.
Clapped.
So you're mainly in hip hop. Anything else you do in music? Like
No, now in my current role, I work with all genres.
Okay.
But I would say I'm primarily a hip hop fan, and that's where I spent the majority of my career thus far.
Is that where the money is now? Where's the most money in this music industry now?
Well, it's the #1 genre. I mean, I started in hip hop where you couldn't be white and open your mouth during like marketing meetings.
Damn.
Oh, is that right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Holy
Where
shit.
basically the people you were working with were, well, let's say, a rough and tumble bunch. I've seen people get knocked out unconscious during meetings. I've seen some crazy stuff. I've seen girls try to stab each other in the eye with pens. Fun times. Yeah. You got to understand, it's a zero-sum game. So there's a lot of people and not that many chairs. So once people start feeling defensive, they're like a cornered rat.
The cornered
Holy
rat.
shit.
What about cornered
rat.
snakes?
Cornered snakes. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good way. Timmy, I don't know if that industry. See, me and Tim wanted to do a hip hop album soon, but I'm thinking me and Tim are having second thoughts on it.
Right. Is there future? Is there future for Tim Wright ex ArchieLuxury?
Did you see my rock song I did with Bazenhoff?
Yeah, that was.
Did you see that?
That was amazing. Maybe we need to do K-pop, Archie.
Did you see that or not?
I would love to see it, Arch. Please send it to me.
No, my pop song. My rock song.
Archie
Didn't you see
rock
that?
song. Google ArchieLuxury rock song. It's amazing.
Yeah. It was professionally produced.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I think I have stumbled upon this. It was a band that did it, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Okay, I have stumbled upon this.
Amazing.
You know why? I know why I stumbled upon this, because I was wondering, did anyone ever sample one of your like rants when you were yelling or talking about leaving the Western world and fucking off in Asia and Thailand? You have some good rants in there that I feel like if it was surfaced to the right people, it might get a sample.
Yeah, it's a tough.
Maybe I could be the one to make that happen for you.
Hey, I'd like you to. Please make it happen. I got to tell you, man, it's a fucking tough industry.
No, it
is. Really,
but it's all about relationships. And like I was telling you before, when you said like, well, aren't you pissed that your intern became more successful? No, why would I?
It's a good contact. It's a good contact.
And there are people though that are, and those are the ones that typically get themselves run themselves out of the business. Like I said, the same people you see on the way up is the same that you see on the way down, whether you're working in the business or you're an artist in the business. So when you get too big-headed when you're up on top, they have a funny way of kicking you right back down.
I don't know what to say, man. It's a fucking brutal industry.
Yeah.
You scratch out a living. That's all the main thing is. You scratch out a living and you buy a few Rolex. Do you give Rolexes to people, or people give you Rolexes ever? Or as you said, they only give those things because nothing is free.
No, I got two shitters in my day that were hugely important to me, and I thought they were the greatest things in the world because people knew I was always into watches, Arch. So I got one that was a Techno Marine with diamonds. If I showed you this, you would laugh, but it was the hottest watch at the time, and I was over the moon to have it because it was really hard to get. And then another one was the 5 time zone Jacob shitter.
Who gave you that?
The quartz 5 time zone.
Who gave you that?
Well, the guy I worked for.
Love Maldives, £1.80. Arch, lawyer up. What does that mean? I don't know what that
probably
means.
if I'm talking about sampling.
CB, $10. Here we go. The production must come up with a new drama content. Tim, can you insult some celebrities, please? Yeah. Okay, guys, we'll be back tomorrow. I put the link in there for you, Timmy.
Thank you, Arch.
Computer repairs is the way of the future. That's what it is, computer repairs. You could be doing your own computer repair business.
Okay.
Don't laugh. It's all about the hustle.
It's all about I got to tell you one thing. Tim knows how to hustle.
Yeah, he does. That's why I got a lot of respect for him.
Doc BBC, $2. True that Ying Dang twins are only half Chinese. There we go. Thank you, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. It's been a hard day, Timmy, but I'm just trying to squeeze a little bit for you into your pod.
You never know. You never know.
That was nice. I actually really did enjoy that video of Brooklyn. That was really interesting. I thought it was.
What do you think? What do you think of Brooklyn?
I think it's nice. I actually like it. It looks like the plot from Sesame Street.
Yeah.
It was actually. I want to go to Bob's Fix-It shop. They can fix any of that Chinese junk, and
we're gonna go to Coney Island. We're gonna go get the hot dogs, Arch, when you come to the States.
Yeah, I love to, man. I've been indoctrinated with American stuff, man. Man, that's amazing.
Cool.
It's yeah. Okie dokie. Yeah, I wonder sometimes there, Hoff. I think I got some really famous fans.
Oh, I guarantee you do. I guarantee you do. I guarantee you do.
I'm only in my niche. I'm only in the watch area, but I think there's people who are like really like Charlie Sheen or Tom. It's like I don't know. Tom Cruise is into watches, but they must know who I am. You know what I mean?
Agree. Without question. You got to realize they're just like I found you during COVID.
People.
Yes, exactly. They're home, and like I've known and hung out very close friends with a lot of huge artists that were very huge in their time, and they can't go out. They're victims of their own success. So those are the people that are online, and they're want to like escape from their reality.
They can't go out because people.
Right. Yeah. I remember one time I was with an artist and we went to the Soho Apple store, right? To pick up an iPhone because he had lost his iPhone in a club the night before. Ooh. And literally almost got like mobbed. Like all these young kids just started trying to run after him, and almost, I definitely, even as a bigger guy, felt fear for my life from all these teenagers that were ready to like trample you. You just get to a certain spot, you can't move. No. And seeing that made me really realize how dangerous it can be for certain artists. That's why they always have to have like assistants and people to go out to the store for them, and it creates this insular life for them.
They cost money for those assistants, but they're not cheap.
Oh yeah, big time.
You really trust them? Fuck.
Well, most of the time it's their best friend growing up.
Oh, yeah.
Until he resents you and then does sells the unauthorized biography.
Yeah.
That throws you under the bus or blackmails you.
Inevitable. Yeah. All the dirty secrets. Yeah, because there's gonna be some publishers.
It always happens because he falls in love with some girl, and then the artist or the celebrity, who's always has to bang every girl in the world, ends up, banging that girl, and then that's inevitably what breaks them up.
Jesus.
I've seen that same celebrity I was talking about. There was a friend of ours who left his girlfriend around for a second. and that guy banged that artist banged his girlfriend while he went to the bathroom when he was hanging out like after hours after a club, and he wasn't even mad. And I asked him, aren't you pissed? And he was like, no, fuck her. If I can't trust her enough to leave him around there, he did me a favor. And you know what? I thought that was mighty grown. At the time, I thought he was crazy, but as I've gotten older, I realized that was a much more mature view than I would have had.
Interesting answer, don't you think?
Yeah, very interesting answer.
Fucking hell, man! I don't. Very deep for a hip artist, isn't it? Hip hop artist. Hey?
Well, this guy was a club promoter. Both as shallow as a pool, but every once in a while have some deep thought.
Yeah. Okay, guys. That's the show for today. Thank you so much for coming on. Great talk. Great chat. And get into that computer business. Get the computer. Man, just do your own stuff.
To adult daycare centers.
I've offered you 3 paid hours a week, 75. What's that? 60 shekels, 180 shekels a week to do 3 hours streaming.
Yeah.
Have a think about it, We love you, okay? We want you to do well.
Thank you. Yeah.
You got to hustle. The jobs of tomorrow are not jobs. The good jobs, the cool jobs are not jobs you apply for. They're jobs you make yourself. Remember that.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. Timmy, take the leads.
Let's keep going, guys. Let's talk some watches. Tough day, Archie.
Yeah, it was nice to walk around New York, but that was quite nice.
You're cool.
That's cool. Man, it's tough. This YouTube business is mean.
There's no new watches. People are not buying watches anymore. They're not asking.
It's like being a recording artist and having to, for lunch money, like a famous celebrity, you do some busking on the street. That's what it's like.
Archie, you're fucked when Mike the Snake didn't even chat out your projections of the day.
Yeah. He's cool. Mike the Snake's a great guy.
No, not Mike the Snake. Mike the Snake's snake.
Ah, Mike
I
the
love
Snake's
Mike the
snake.
Snake.
Yeah. It's a tough business, boys.
Yeah.
It's fucking hard, man. You got to remember this. It's hard.